Well, I don't know what to do here this morning. The morning out there from in here out here. We've got Molly the cat. How about that? She wants to be on the show. And then we have Vivian, who will only do this. Vivi, here you go. Come on. Come on, get up here. Hop up. Oh, there goes Molly. Okay, slurp. Here, come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Vivi, hop up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hop up. You won't do it that way, will you? You no way you go. Hey, she did it. She did it. She did it. Yeah. Even for a cookie. Look at that leg out there. It cracks me up every time. 8 years cracks me up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We don't want to leave too many messes now, do we? I mean, that's a lot of crumbs. Yeah. You're looking like Eeyore. Julie says you look like Eeyore. How about that, huh? Yeah. Oh, well, I hope you're doing okay. Oh, getting through and enjoying some moments every day. I had such nice, friendly visits this week. Boy, that helps, doesn't it? Get some friendly visits. Go visit the neighbors. Friendly visits from Mark Hiskus and Hugh Bartles. Hugh's making things for his grandchildren, and Mark has a story, and Jim Alice working in that prison. Ooh, boy, that's tough. They're trying to raise money. You know, the thing about the prisoners is that they do this college education course in the prison, and then they expect or hope to go to college afterwards, but it costs a lot. And how do they get the money? And of course, they haven't made any money in the prison, so they don't have any money to pay to go on to college. It's all, yeah, I know you want some more, don't you? You really had some good adventures yesterday, didn't you? Huh? Hey, you had some real good adventures, didn't you? Out in the woods? Oh, boy. You chased and sneaked up behind me. Whoo! Scared the wits out of me, didn't you? Because you're an old sneaker. Yes, you are. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then we watched McGray. McGree? Maigret. How come I can't say it? Maigret. You ever watch that one? That mystery? Maigret. May make me gray. Yes, it does. And George, I won't say it right either. George Simenon wrote all those Maigret stories. How many did he write? 70 some or something? 75 Maigret novels, mysteries. And he wrote a total. Ready for how many? Guess how many books he wrote. How'd you know that? 371 or something like that. Closer to 400. 390. 390. Yeah, that's right. How can you do that? That's like one day. For, no, one a month. What? He could write a book in 10 days, Julie's telling me from the bio. Yeah, he could write a book in 10 days. Some people it takes 10 years. How can you do that? Viv, do you know how you could do that? Write a book in 10 days? I don't usually tell crummy stories, but these are heartfelt. My father was, I think some of you know, he was a captain of a black company in World War II. They did awful chores, just terrible. And there's an American cemetery in the Netherlands. Can you listen to this story? In the Netherlands, where um, there's a special section for the black soldiers of World War II who did these incredibly difficult things. And Rump has taken down the plaques commemorating these people because we don't have any, the DEI. Yes, we don't want to. And they had to, of course, they were reduced to. Anyway, I don't want to tell stories. My father wouldn't talk about it like many of them, but part of the reason he wouldn't talk about them is because it changed his whole life. No, stay. Thank you. Changed his whole life in terms of injustice. And I've told you those stories about starting the black players and being told never to do that again and doing it anyway. And the rest of his life, he was just very gently, very quietly, never loud, never voiced. It was just he had the opportunity to start 3 black players and 2 white players so that he could do that and stuff like that. But imagine they've taken those plaques down to commemorate what these soldiers did during World War II. Yeah, let me see. I have to tap. Oh, I did my. Every week I do this for you, don't I? You get to watch me misuse my phone. That's always good. Our exchange student down through the woods here, Ephraim. He's Ephra. He saw his every other word today. I decided I would mispronounce. That's what today's about. Yeah, it's 40 degrees. Um, and he saw his first snow. He was concerned that since he had to leave back to Guatemala, that he wouldn't get to see snow. Have to leave in December, and he got to see snow, didn't he? Yeah, yeah. You're being a good girl. You're being a good girl. Sure. You've been out already this morning and had your breakfast and all those good things. So Ephra saw his first snow and he saw the leaves turn color. Boy, he saw all the wondrous part of this year, isn't he? Although that's pretty early snow, so we were glad for him about that. Slurp. Oh, it's so good. Julie let me. That's not nice. She was so nice this morning. I slept in a little bit, and Julie made this wonderful coffee and got things all ready for us, didn't she, Viv? Let you out, and it was. How about that? Yeah, all that. Of course, this was the last. What was it? Sunday, I think. The anti-celebration of the Night of the Broken Glass in Germany. Oh, what a horrifying thing. My goodness, one of my former students at Hope and still working with me and in I'm not possessive, in the wonderful landscapes group that meets every month, Marianne Sundquist. If we had values about money in America, she would have her first book published. She was the finalist. She came in second. Hundreds and hundreds of people sent their manuscripts to be published, and I don't know if it's marvelous to be second or she was both, Oh, I could have. And of course, if the publisher had any money, her book would be published instead of what's going on with money today. Yeah. Oh, I could tell you stories. Yep, if they contributed some money to that source, Marianne would have her book out. And another of the people that I work with, Joy Friedler, she has. Oh, I put slurp upside down. She has her book out now, which is wonderful. She's in our group too. My brother-in-law John gave a homily at his church, and it was about Veterans Day and his being a veteran during World War II, and he almost made it through his homily. Almost. He's never talked about it. Won't talk about it. We try to get him to talk about it, but he won't talk about it. Nope. We went to Roosevelt, practices shamanism, and she has what's called a soul collage, and we went on Saturday. If you ever get a chance to do a soul collage, it's really a fascinating thing. You start by looking at all these uh, photographs that Ruth has cut out, and they just pull you toward them, and then you make this collage, and it tells you some wonderful, wonderful things. And this one was about here comes winter, maybe a time of rest. How can you restore things for yourself? And yeah, anyway, we had an amazing visit this week. Holy cow. There was a knock on the door, and there was an older gentleman there. He was a little bit bent over, and he had a cane. You're Vivi. Come on, you can stay around. I'm going to let you just go being such a grump. Um, Here. Um, and he was at the door, and I kind of looked. I didn't recognize him, and here you go. We stepped on it, goofball. And it turned out he was the guy who built the house. He's the guy who, and he wanted to come, may I come in? I don't want to bother. He was so kind and so nice and telling us stories, and this was where with, and I love what you've done with this. He was so thoughtful and kind, and we had a great time with him. Um, Talked about his history here, and he's the guy who used to write for the local paper. He would write a poem every week. And now he does it online. He has 300 followers online. I kidded him and I said, "Really? That's about 285 more than that." Oh, that's a little bit self-effacing in the wrong way, but 300 is a lot, a lot. Julie says I'm down to 2 minutes. I don't know where it went. Did I cover the things I wanted to? I hope so. We got a freezer. That should have been, Julie said that should have been the first thing I told you. Yeah, that should have been. We got a freezer. And we send our love and care out to Stephen Hemingway and Kathleen Markland, and sure wish them well as the sand hill cranes fly over. Well, here's a little poem for today called The Time Between Mornings. Sometimes it's late and you can't sleep. The sun has gone down, shining somewhere else, on a mother holding her child, on a factory shut down, the workers at home passing through the paper, and my lights went out. Yeah, my lights went out. I don't know what I was reading. The workers at home passing through the paper. The stars are here, each one on its own. You can see where they may still be. You could give names to the constellations, One's for the latest millennium. Dan, the stockbroker. Sharon, the newly elected official. Tim, the self-conscious. Everyone asleep is drifting through a world glimpsed during the day. Slicing a tomato, leading a meeting of the zoning board, changing stations on the car radio. Your dogs are asleep, of course. One at the foot of the bed, the other here beside you. If you woke them, they would look up, lick your face, then drop their great square heads back down. You will stay in the convenience of the dark, maybe something outside listening in. Oh goodness, take care. Be kind to those who deserve it. Try to be cheerful. Thanks for being here. And have a week with some good moments, huh?